everyone should still have recording access. If not, just let me know. We'll have to hear for about 5 to 7 minutes. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys for questions now.
Hey, Tahir. We were just talking to DJ Moore, and I was asking him, is it a benefit for them that no one's got tape on them, but then at the same time, they've never played a game together with Joe Brady. As a defender, what is that like trying to go up against an offense where you don't know anything about them? So do they have the advantage or not?
It depends, yeah, I would say so. You want to see a guy when there's live bullets, how is he going to pick stuff up and, things like that. You can go back on old tape, but sometimes, coaches will reteach something and, they might change it up from year to year. So, you just got to go out there and you got to play the game. That's definitely tough.
Tahir, Miles Simmons. Obviously, this is a team that you played with last year and before that. But what are your general impressions of the Raiders, and have guys been picking your brain about them?
Just everything. Just like what type of guy you're dealing with. On from a personnel standpoint. Scheme wise. You see Gruden's track record from an offensive standpoint. He is who he is. And they are who they are from a offensive standpoint. They're going to try. They have a good back. Have a good tight end in Waller, good back in Jacobs, and they're going to try to run the ball and then take some deep shots. So for me, it's just like, okay, what type of person is he going to is he a grinder, things like that. But nothing really major that you can't tell from the tape.
Tahir, obviously, the Panthers do everything they can, in terms of COVID and keeping you guys safe and protected. But I'm just curious, now that the season is here, you guys are getting into games against other teams, traveling, going to be travel stuff. I mean, is there any trepidation now as the season here is about to begin with that?
I think it's going to be challenging. I'm looking to see how we go about everything. But one thing I can say is we've done a great job around here. From the front office on down. With making sure that there aren't any hiccups. And I don't see any reason of that changing once we start to travel. I think safety comes first, and I pray that remains the case.
Tahir, Miles Simmons again. What do you think makes Darren Waller such a problem, and what makes him special in a matchup nightmare?
The fact that he's about like 6'6", and change, and he can run like a dang on wide receiver. He runs like low 4.4. He's tall, and he has solid hands. So I think that presents a lot of matchup issues. It's like, do you get a bigger guy on him and just try to get him at the line of scrimmage, and then he may be able to run away, or you get a smaller guy on him and he might not be able to jump and you can box him out, and then it becomes basketball. But at the end of the day, it comes down to technique. You got to use your help, and it's going to take everybody. Not one person is going to just beat us.
Hey, Tahir, Jason with WFNZ, going against Josh Jacobs last year in practice every day, as a rookie then, what type of matchup does he present? And, you going against him now, what kind of matchup does he present?
He's a tough runner, he runs like angry. And that's what I've been just letting the guys know is we're going to have to gang tackle him. No shoestring tackles, arm tackles going to break him down. He's not going to run out of bounds. He's a downhill, one-cut runner, and he's shifty enough to make a move on you to, go the distance as well. So don't underestimate him and expect him, expect it to be an easy tackle, or easy down when the ball is in his hands, because he's looking to get to the end zone.
Here, David Newton with ESPN.com. You start off the season with two pretty good quarterbacks, and Derek Carr and Tom Brady. What do you think you're going to learn about this defense, and particularly the secondary or the back end from the first 2 weeks?
You're only worried about week one, man. we have the Raiders coming in. You know, we have an explosive offense with a good run game, and at the end of the day, it's going to come down to whether or not, you know, we focus in on the details and we don't beat ourselves. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's as cliche as it may sound. That's what it boils down to. You know, each and every game, you know, on a week-to-week, year-to-year basis, it comes down to the team who makes the least amount of mistakes. And I think for us, you know, not having a preseason where you get an opportunity to go tackle live and things like that, you know, tackling may, you know, be the issue. But I think we've done a great job of, you know, being in tune with, you know, the detail and all of that stuff out to make sure we get 11 heads to the ball and, you know, make sure that we, you know, we tackle properly. So as long as we handle our end, you know, at the end of the day, we're going to be hard to beat.
Tahir,
Guys, we
Will
got
Kunkel
time-
again.
Sorry, Will. We got time for 2 more questions for Tahir before we let him go.
Tahir, is there a sense of normalcy this week, being that it's a game week and, you know, kind of puts the, you know, the weird off season in the past, and or is there just a sense of uneasiness going into this game because you haven't been on the field yet together?
Haven't been on the field yet together. You mean
Like in a game, like no preseason, no, you know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, it's all the same. You know, your process is your process, and I'm pretty sure you've heard Coach Rule mention that, you know, snow and everything like that. We have to worry about us, you know, and at the end of the day, we have a grinder's mentality, and we attack every day as if it's game day. You know, so as long as you go about it in that manner, and especially in a year like this where you're not going to have any damn fans, you know, in the stands at least. You know, you can't feed off of the juice from the crowd when you make a big play and all of that stuff. You know, it's only us out there, and this year more than, you know, any other year, that really holds true. So it's really going to come down to whichever team can, you know, mend together and, you know, really create their own energy, and whoever can last the longest, you know, and make the least amount of mistakes, that's going to go out there and play their best ball. So I'm not worried, you know, about going into this week, you know, as far as not actually having a game. You know, I feel like we've done enough, you know, throughout the last month and a half, 2 months to prepare for this game.
All right, Josh, we'll finish up with you for the last question.
Hey, so a lot sometimes gets made of West Coast teams coming east and the effect that can have. When you came east from LA with the Raiders, could you feel a difference playing on the East Coast, or was it just kind of something that we maybe make a big deal about, but it doesn't actually affect you as a player?
It does, you know, just taking a long flight like that in general, you know, it can dehydrate you. It can make you just a little tired and everything. But it's all a matter of when you get in. You get in early enough to kind of, you know, get your bearings and everything, you'll be solid. But it also depends on the player in the matter of their recovery process. So if you're not wearing, you know, the proper gear and everything on the plane, you're not going through the proper things to make sure that you're ready once you land and, you know, get prepared for Sunday, then yeah, it's gonna definitely take a toll on you. So I think it for young guys for sure, you know, and everyone else, it's a matter of
all right, Tahir, we appreciate you taking the time today.
No, appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe.